Hello everyone, my name is Jaren, aka Flip-Flop God, and today I'm going to give you my thoughts and reviews on the Destiny 2 beta. Now, Destiny fanboys, stay calm, don't dislike just yet. Can I actually give my own opinions before you guys just start disliking? It's really not going to do anything at all because I really don't really care about dislikes, so just hear me out on why I don't like the Destiny 2 beta. It's not the full game, and it's not released yet, but this is just my thoughts. Ever since the first Destiny announced, I was so excited and I played the beta, and I didn't like it. Then the game came out and it was blasted by critics and customers on where the content was, and it was a massive fail. Their first DLC, The Taken King, was relatively good. I actually relatively enjoyed that DLC. But the next DLC, The Rise of Iron, wasn't so much of a big hit, and well, I mean, there's some kids on my bus that are massive fanboys of Destiny, and they will defend it at any length. So that's why I pretty much assume most of the fanboys are going to dislike this video. Guys, let's go ahead and start this. First off, this game still runs in 30 FPS. I still don't understand why. No game like this needs to be in 30 FPS, and it's not like the graphics are the best thing ever. I understand it has no loading screens, but still, the graphics don't change at all. But we will from the first Destiny, but we will get onto that shortly. Battlefield 1 runs at 1080p on PS4 and 900p on Xbox One, and the game has huge battlefields with 64 players, and it still runs on 60 FPS. There is no excuse that Destiny should run on 30. Developers will try to defend it. Why not on the multiplayer? Why can't multiplayer be 60? I hate 30 FPS games like Fallout that are just RPG, big open world. The only time I like 30 is when it's a third person game. I'll probably buy Destiny 2 on PC so I can avoid this problem, but it's not that big issue if you're mainly a console player. My second topic is that most gun animations don't change from the first game. Okay, it really doesn't change. Call of Duty is known for being copy and paste, but at least when they add an old gun into like one of the new CODs, it has a different reload and sometimes a different sound and a different feel. I mean, that might be good or for worse, but it feels lazy most of the time with Destiny. The reloads are all the same. It has no different. The gunplay feels no different from the original. But let me tell you, I do love the SMGs in this game. They're really cool and they're badass. That is a nice addition. All the hand cannons have the same reload animation as the first game, and they all have the same reload animation as every single hand cannon that you play with. You cannot defend this stance, Destiny fanboys. You really can't. Grenade launchers are also a cool add. Assault rifles are pretty much your standard weapon that most people will probably use, and still has the exact same reloads as the last game. Please change this. It's very, very lazy. They have time to, but they won't, just because people defend it. Here's my third point, guys, is that graphics aren't always important, but they kind of are in this situation. Graphics don't change much from the original. It's fine, but let me take off the stupid film grain, okay? Film grain does not look good on video games or movies, okay? Why do you guys have to have it, okay? It could suck a fat cock. Everything looks like the exact same as the first game. Yes, a game should be itself at its core. Destiny should have its same core, but it should look at least a little different. The inventory screen, the UI, they don't change. Nothing changed here, and people still defend it. It's absolutely disgusting. Why don't you guys tell them to change it? The UI is not even that good, okay? It's really not even that good. Characters and story of this game feels like a massive misstep and very cliche. You have the generic bad guy who thinks that you don't know discipline and you need to be taught a lesson and he's gonna take away the light. I mean, it's nothing new, okay? It's nothing that we haven't seen before. I mean, I guess the light aspect is, but every character has an attempt to be funny, or at least most characters are. I guess the main warlock and the main titan are really funny, but every other character tries to be funny. Your ghost or whatever tries to be funny, and it doesn't pay off. The only good character I like is Cade. I think he's a very, very cool character. He's the main hunter guy. But anyways, that brings me on to my next thing. This game makes me hate Nolan North. He plays the ghost thing, or the little ball that follows you around. I hate him. I don't like Nolan North in this game. I'd actually prefer Peter Dinklage. I love the line. Does everyone remember that line? It's a wizard from the moon or something like that. It was such a good voice line. But I don't care about any characters in this. I care about Cade, and that's about it. There's literally no characters that I like. And they're not even they're not even believable, guys. They don't put on a really good voice acting. There's really nothing that's really good about them. Keep in mind that the beta only lets you play the first two missions and a strike, and I believe two multiplayer maps. That's about it. Characters and story of this game feels like a massive misstep and very cliche. You have the generic bad guy who thinks that you don't know discipline and you need to be taught a lesson and he's gonna take away the light. I mean, it's nothing new, okay? It's nothing that we haven't seen before. I mean, I guess the light aspect is, but every character has an attempt to be funny, or at least most characters are. I guess the main warlock and the main titan are really funny, but every other character tries to be funny. Your ghost or whatever tries to be funny, and it doesn't pay off. The only good character I like is Cade. I think he's a very very cool character. He's the main hunter guy. But anyways, that brings me on to my next thing. This game makes me hate Nolan North. He plays the ghost thing or the little ball that follows you around. I hate him. I don't like Nolan North in this game. I'd actually prefer Peter Dinklage. I love the line. Does everyone remember that line? It's a wizard from the moon or something like that. It was such a good voice line. But I don't care about any characters in this. I care about Cade, and that's about it. There's literally no characters that I like, and they're not even they're not even believable, guys. They don't put on a really good voice acting. There's really nothing that's really good about them. Keep in mind that the beta only lets you play the first two missions and a strike, and I believe two multiplayer maps. That's about it. Now let's get on to the gameplay, the juiciness. It's nothing special. If you played the first Destiny, then you pretty much experienced this game's gunplay. Yes, strikes do make a return, but holy shit, they are the exact same as the first game. When someone says that's a hard boss in Destiny, they really mean that the guy is a giant bullet sponge. Which is what the strike is. It's very boring. The first missions suck, okay? They're not very good. I think there's two missions if you count them. It was actually really cool. I actually met a random person, and it wasn't, and it was. I think it's relatively scripted. You meet a random person. There's this kind of like I call it the Disney ride effect, where there's the main Titan boss or whatever. You have your main Titan or your main Titan, whatever. I don't even know his name because I just don't care. He has to do a bubble and you have to defend it 3 times. He's just in this back area. You've pretty much seen it if you saw the PlayStation thing or you played the game already, and that's really stupid. It's just like the guy left me because you only have to defend him 3 times, and then two more people showed up. So it's kind of like a Disney ride. If you're riding in a Disney, like Splash Mountain or something like that, and you see one of the animatronics do something funny, or they wave at you, and then the next thing over is that you're like, oh man, that's actually relatively cool, and then the next card over, they get the exact same treatment. So you're like, well, that's not actually that's not cool. It's not. It was relatively. It's very scripted, but I don't know. I mean, this game is definitely better to play with friends. But I found out interaction was actually really cool, but it was just so scripted. And I'm pretty sure raids are going to be probably the most exciting thing as well, where everything every boss is just a giant bullet sponge, and that's what just doesn't make this game fun. I don't like giant bullet sponge bosses. They could be hard, but they don't have to be like that relatively stupid. But let's just hope that they have an amazing story that blows everything out of the water. The classes in this game are the same as the last one, which is fine. The Titan and the Hunter have actually cool abilities. But the Warlock only gets a cool grenade. I mean, he gets an alright SMG, but actually I prefer the SMG in the Hunter and the Titan class. Um, the Titan class has a grenade that's exactly like the sticky grenade from Halo. Yeah, you can change the grenades, but it's the exact copy and paste. It has the same throwing animation, same everything. It doesn't matter. They have the exact same animation from Halo. I don't want to see that. I like Halo, but I don't want to see that. I really don't. Also, you could change your powers to some extent. I think it's actually a little. I think they went backwards rather than forward. I think they made it a little bit more simplistic. I don't know. Maybe they just haven't unlocked it in the full game yet. Um, every character has an extra ability now, which if you hold down circle or B, like what the Titan will do is what he'll do is he'll make a big barricade where people. It's kind of like Reinhardt shield, and then you have the Warlock will create like a healing portal. Like if just it's actually works relatively good whenever you're fighting big bosses. but it doesn't work too well whenever you're fighting, or it doesn't work too well in PvP. And then lastly, the Warlock can do this kind of like jump thing midair. It's really hard to do, or maybe I'm just really bad at it. Probably both. Um, but anyways, obviously the Titan has the best one for PvP because people can't like he could put one behind him if it's just like a just two chokes and it's just relatively easy. So they have so Titan has the best one. The Warlock doesn't even work. The Warlock what have I've experienced is that it does not work. It's so stupid. It's either it heals really slow or it doesn't work. But I feel like the balancing isn't too good. I also think that the hand cannon um that the hunter gets is relatively overpowered. That's just probably the beta or me. But anyways, I hopefully they can balance this out. They still have time. This isn't the full game yet, so I'm giving them time. Overall, I give this beta a 6.5. It doesn't show much, and it isn't a full game. But if this is anything like the full game, it will fail. It will fail just like the first game. If you are still here, Destiny fanboys, I don't want this game to fail. Okay, I want this game to succeed. I want all games to succeed, and it has time to. Maybe not graphics or they can't really change the FPS, but content and the way that you approach this boss, they can definitely change. Okay, they have 2 more months. They can do this. I only want what's best for this franchise, and you have to give them criticize them. You have to criticize them so you can tell them the problem so they can change it. This isn't the best game of all time, like some people are saying. It's really, I don't think it's that good. I don't think it's that good. But this is just the beta. It's not the full game. I'll probably end up buying it on PC. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I was really critical on this game. I really like the SMGs in this game. I think they did a good job on that. Anyways, guys, I love you guys all. See you guys in the next one. Bye.